Danny, it feels like ages since I've seen you. And
Years
it probably
almost.
isn't that long ago, but it must have been a long month.
Yeah, it was a long month, I think, yes.
Since we last spoke to you. Well, I, for one, am getting very excited about spring fashion because stuff is starting to come into the shops. Brighter colours, lighter fabrics. And what seems like the longest winter ever might just be finally over.
Yeah, it feels as if it has been raining since last June, really.
It does.
Longer. But the shops are full with colour at the moment, and as you say, lovely light materials, more breathable, and we will get a summer this year, hopefully.
Yeah, and I would imagine that when you get a prolonged period of rain like that and bad weather, it kind of changes retail a little bit, because you probably find yourself still selling the winter stuff well into March and probably running out of things like raincoats and stuff.
Raincoats, certainly. We only got in another raincoat in yesterday, and the first lot were sold out completely. And again, this year it has been hard to get them. Like, that order went in about maybe 2 months ago, and they're only delivering it now. And even for the manufacturers, they're finding it very slow to get in their materials that they need, particularly the waterproofs that would normally be going more for the winter end of the season, but they're getting it from everywhere all over the world. Ireland isn't unique when it comes down to it. So there is that effect with the designers, the manufacturers, and again the retailers. It's having the right stuff in at the right time.
At the right time.
For the customers, yeah.
Well, I asked you today, and you very kindly agreed to do it, to maybe give us an idea of a spring capsule wardrobe, because let's be honest here, it's still quite cold. I don't know about you, but I'm still lighting the fire and putting on the heating, even though it's the middle of April.
Yeah, the same.
Then I'm a cold creature anyway, but I think a lot of people are. But we're being told, on the other hand, that it could be up to 18 or 19 degrees this very weekend. So it's hard to know what to wear. So you're going to pitch us a kind of a capsule wardrobe.
I suppose what I wanted to do with, say, the capsule, just in case it does change. And again, I went for black as a base with this particular look. But again, if the weather changes, the black attracts heat, so you don't want that if you are a warm person. So I said I would get one garment that will do seasonless. It'll do all year round, and one of them is this lovely kimono, where you have the lovely colours going through it, but you also have your black base, but you have your blues, your orange, your oatmeal, you have a bit of white, a bit of off-white. But again, what I'm going is, I suppose I'm doing a safety bet with it. Again, everyone will have their slinky camis from the winter, and again with the black just inside that, it just makes it more winterized. But again, you're getting the spring colours coming through, the oranges, the blues that are in, and you have a matching trousers. But when the weather does change up, now I'm going to show you two looks.
Before you take that away, straight, I don't know if you watch EastEnders.
Oh, I know who you're going to say.
Elaine.
Yes, Elaine.
Behind the bar in EastEnders.
And I was going to say...
the minute you put that outfit together, I thought, that's Elaine
that's
from
what
EastEnders.
I was going to do with one of the looks, actually, because Elaine is very top heavy. And this
but she always looks very sexy. And
she looks glamorous.
Yeah.
And I suppose with the bit of lace here and the black cami, I did bring it in. But again, one part of it, if you look at her dress, she's very top heavy. Her legs are very slim, and she shows them off in a, what will I say, with a slim pair of trousers on. If I did bring them with me, I did. A tighter pair of trousers. But again, just by adding on the white trousers.
Oh, they're nice.
But again, even the white top. Look
that kimono now is sorry, it is a kimono, isn't it?
A kimono, yes.
It is very versatile, because as you say, there's so many colours in it. It's equally nice with the white under as it is with black under.
This is how all of a sudden, even if this would be ideal for holidays or when we get the sun. But again, what you can do is, if you wanted to glam it up, quite easy, just by adding on an orange and gold necklace like that onto the basic white. It just brings it up another bit.
That makes it very glamorous.
Yeah, glamorous. And again, the other thing you can do, instead of maybe having the boots that you had with the black trousers, a high sandal or a sandal would be lovely to summarise it. And again, with a kimono like this, if you have a plain black dress as well, it will take you out of so much trouble quite easy.
So you could wear that over a black dress?
Over a black dress, yeah, quite easy. There is no, or you could go orange, or you could go a light blue as well. So you're not just stuck to the black all the time.
What about the length though, Danny? Because I can't see from here now, but that black dress is long. Will the length of the kimono over it not look a bit funny, no?
No,
okay.
Not thing. Actually, the longer the dress, the better. Because if you had a shorter dress, you are right. The shorter dress will make it more tubsy once it's on, or round you off as a barrel, which you don't want to do. The longer the dress, the better with that kind of a kimono.
Okay.
It is.
That is a really versatile thing to have.
Versatile. And again, say during the winter, you could put your black polo neck or your orange polo neck under that to winterize it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the manufacturers now have copped on, and even the retailers going seasonless. So you're not tying down something to a season anymore. That you can layer it up or layer it down depending on what way the weather is.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be the best way.
People are trying to get more out of their clothes as well.
Oh, definitely.
More wears.
Like with the cost of living, it's actually hitting the clothes. You'd nearly want to go into the wardrobe and go, what do I really need? Or what have I got that I can use? Or if I got something different. Like even with this kimono, there is a black and white T-shirt, and it has the same kind of a leaf that's on the trim of the kimono. The minute I'll put that in, it'll give it a lovely...
That's a gorgeous T-shirt.
And again, it is a cotton-based one. So when you're thinking of summer hot weather, or even when you're abroad, it just gives that extra bit of a lift.
Oh, that's fab. That is lovely. Just reminding people we're filming this as we always do, so you'll be able to see this on Facebook later on. But like, even if you didn't fancy the kimono, that T-shirt on its own is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. And again, you can go with your white jeans with that. Or again, if the weather ain't so great, if you're going on a night out, there's nothing wrong with going with your black pair of jeans underneath that. Or dare I say, being so cold like it has been on Monday and Tuesday, you could put your leathers underneath that to give it that warmer look as well.
Is that too the kimono? Is that too dressy for the office though? Is that more of a going out outfit?
It would be. Now, if you were going for more the office, I would go black underneath it to calm it down a bit. But again, if where you are in the summer, if it depends on what the rules of clothing would be, you could always just go for a white T-shirt underneath it to cash it down. Have you any more kimonos, Danny? That one is lovely, but I'd love to see a few more colours. There is another one I'm going to show you. It isn't a kimono as such, but it's what they're calling this year the blouse dress. I've seen a lot of those in the shops. Yeah. Again, you can wear it as a dress if you want. You could put your blazer over it, but you can... Here, I've it half ripped already, and I've done that purposely in case you think I was going... you can put your navy cami underneath it and your trousers, and this is turning it into a longer kaftan, or not kaftan, kimono. At least I wasn't mixing it up with what I was doing the last time I was on radio showing the kimonos. You were calling them a commode. Yeah. Different thing entirely. Yeah, but trust me. But again, just putting this over, say, I said a navy cami, and you can put your navy trousers underneath that as well if you wish, and have it as a kind of an over jacket as well. Oh, that's a nice look as well. You know? Yeah, and again, if you're top heavy, that's it's very ideal. Flattering. But also, if you're a ruler as well, it'll make you even look better. Now, I've two things. A ruler, and that is, I know the shape where you're the exact same size on the top and the bottom. Down, yeah. I know I shouldn't have nicknames for things, but it comes out. But I mean, that's. I mean, we are. I mean, there's apple shape, there's pear shape, and again for pear, apple. For I suppose. This would be the most universal one regarding, it doesn't matter your
What shape you
or
are,
whatever. All I would say, just watch that the shoulders aren't too tight or too loose on that. And even with this, you have that detail that's coming in as well on the shoulders. It's a nod to the 80s, to Dynasty and that area, but they're not as puffed up.
I was going to say, don't tell me shoulder pads are coming back.
They are slightly, but again, they're not made for everyone. And you have to be careful that you don't turn into Michelin Man as well with it. But again, you can see this is the lighter pink. You could put white or navy like we've done already. But the minute I'd go with the darker colour, it brings out different colours in the material again. And again, depending on what your colouring is, would dictate on what would be the best to suit you.
Yeah, fabulous. And again, that what do you call it? A blouse dress.
A blouse dress.
Yeah.
They're in every collection, in every shop, and they're button through. And again, some of them have, like this one, has the lovely gold buttons as well. So if you wanted to dress it up, maybe go for a gold sandal with that.
Okay, we'll take a short break, Danny, at this stage. We've some questions for you, some comments as well. Lots of people wanting to know where they can watch this. We will try to get it up on the Talk About Facebook page. If not tonight, we'll try and get it up by tomorrow. And a few people are saying, will Danny be on YouTube with this? Yes, I think it goes on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So we will endeavour to get the video up as soon as we can. Stay with us. A couple of questions for Danny. We'll continue our exploration of his suggested spring capsule wardrobe. And remember, if you have a style dilemma and you want some expert advice from our Danny, 083 300 3300. Welcome back. We are talking about a spring capsule wardrobe and some of the pieces you can buy that can be used in different ways to take you through from spring into summer. But before we come back to Danny's suggestions, a question for you from a listener, Danny, who wants to know if it's okay to wear a navy dress to a summer wedding.
Oh, definitely. Navy is massive this year, particularly with navy and polka dots and the white, they're big in. But if you think the navy is too dark, add on maybe a blush colour scarf. I think I brought one with me today somewhere. But it would be ideal to brighten it up. Or again, red is gorgeous. Or
with
the
navy.
fuchsia red, it'd be navy, or with the navy as well. Either in a handbag or in a scarf. It is quite, you go with what you're more comfortable with. And actually, the navies are mixed with some of with the pinks as well at the moment.
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
This is just one here. And this is actually a tiered one. It's a nod to the 80s again for the old rah-rah skirts that used to be there. I know they bring back fashion, but in different ways.
Yeah.
This time it's in a dress. You have 4 different layers from the bust area all the ways down to the bottom hem. But again, the navy is quite acceptable, and cream is lovely with navy as well for summer.
And you could wear a nice hat as well, a nice
hat,
bag.
Yeah, bag, hat. Shoes, you can have great fun with the shoes with colours as well, but mainly the handbag and headpiece would be gorgeous.
Yeah, so wear the navy but accessorise it with brighter colours.
Brighter colours,
That's
yeah.
good advice.
Or even a simple gold piece of jewellery would be gorgeous as well with it,
Perfect.
depending on the type of dress.
So what else would you recommend for a spring capsule wardrobe?
Again, the other thing, this would be like one of these light coats again that are coming back, but the reason why I brought this in was there are 3 different colours I want to show you with this. You have the navy, which is a lovely colour underneath it. Mm-hmm. But it'll just pull out the colour. And if you are a person that doesn't like the real bright colour, go for the navy. Because once I change this up and I will put a lime green, which is in for the summer and will be creeping in to the autumn winter as well. Once I put this underneath it, look at the way it becomes electric.
Yeah, that's fab.
Yeah, it's really bringing out the green of the print. Even when I show it at the back, it really brings out, it's almost a freshness.
Could you stand up there, Danny, because I want to see the length of that. Yeah, so it's... Is that a kimono again, or is it no?
It's more of a lighter kind of a jacket, is what I would call that. A summer weight jacket. is what the manufacturer. But again, even when you put white underneath it, it changes again. And you know, sometimes in the wardrobe, you might have something that you've worn before and that you are afraid to wear it again in case someone says, has she got anything better to wear than that? Or you feel it yourself. I think we put more pressure on ourselves than anyone else. By putting a different colour underneath it straight away, it changes the effect of it very quick. And I'm just going to, I know I'm harping on about the same piece again, but what I want to show with this is even putting a plain white under this royal blue and green, it really brings out more of the white again, even from the back.
And what would you wear on the bottom half of your body then?
Again, if you were going for the white, you could nearly wear, again, a pair of cut-offs. If it was a bit casual, the white on white is lovely. And again, you can also go, say with the green, you can also match it up with a green trousers as well if you wish. Now, again, you'll say, oh, that's a bit too much green. But what you're doing is you're tricking the eye into thinking you're much taller if you match the cami and trousers or skirt with the main body of, which I would call the trousers or skirt and the cami inside.
It's kind of a black colour.
A black collar, but you're getting all the drama in the over, the jacket, which goes over all that. It just makes it fresher. It gives a cleaner line as well. If I was to put navy underneath this, say for instance there now, it can actually create a bit more buttiness to the person that's wearing it. Because buttiness, because what you're doing is you're cutting them in half and it'll bring them to the wrong area. Do you know, if you have a tummy or a big bum, it will emphasise it more.
It'll make you butty.
Yeah, butty. Yes, Danny's coming up with new words here. We'll make it into the dictionary, the Oxford Dictionary, by the time we're finished, between our winterising and our buttiness.
Buttiness, yeah. Okay, very good. It isn't
a sandwich, but again, it's just you have to be so careful when you mix. But once you stick to a few rules, you'll be away with it.
Do you know what I'm thinking here, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of if people are shopping or investing for the summer, what all the women really need, we need good like camis and t-shirts and things like that in basic colours like black and white and navy, just to put the nicer pieces over them.
You have it, but again, some people have that, say they might be basic, but to make something special, it might be the overtop that they need. Or again, I've another thing here that I'm going to show you. I'm really spilling the beans on style. It's this kind of chiffon-y top. I'm going to stand up again there if I can, Deirdre.
See the length of it, beautiful,
shorter at the front and the back, but even over a dress or over cami and trousers, this is so effective because you've the drop down neckline here that's very dressy. I'm just going to grab the black dress. Now, it would be ideal if I had a navy one or a pink one or again the green one, because you have something that is just ordinary basic.
An ordinary black dress.
Yeah.
Sleeveless. I'm just describing this for the listeners who can't see.
Yeah. You'll all be wanting to watch this now over the next
you should all definitely watch this video.
Yeah. And if you can get YouTube, have it on the TV as well. It's even better. Even though I hate seeing myself on it. But.
Yeah, you can be looking at all my wrinkles.
Radio Kerry will have to get a makeup department for both of us. Do you see the way you're creating that lovely bit of movement to the dress?
Well, I mean, that'd take you to a wedding.
Exactly. Yeah. It'll take you to communion. It would take you anywhere. And that was the same dress that we had with the kimono. So they're only 3 pieces, but they'll take you anywhere. But it is getting the right colour to go with. Even though I said the black wouldn't be all that good, it'd be better with navy, it actually is after pulling out black that I didn't realise that was in the top here myself.
Yeah.
And it just creates that lovely, it makes you again look a lot taller because of bringing the eye down here further as well.
A few people are asking about, have you anything nice for Holy Communions? Well, that definitely would take anybody to a Holy Communion.
Oh, it would. And again, you could always, if you were a bright person, you could always put that lovely green that I have here that's going nowhere as well with it, and it would pull out different colours within the top.
Question for you, listener says, Danny, I'm going to a wedding in September. I'm wearing pale blue and a pink hat. What shoes and bag, please? That's hard to envisage that now. Pale
blue. I know the blue. It's very properly simple to this. If it was got this year or last year, this kind of a blue. It depends on the pink. If it is a pale pink, I would maybe go silver. But if you're going the stronger pink, which I had there in the T-shirt there earlier.
A bold pink.
A bold pink, a strong pink like this, I would actually go rose gold, or that nicer, not shiny gold, it is muted gold, would be gorgeous with those two colours to match off.
I'd say it's probably a paler pink, and the silver would probably be a better
Now,
bet.
some people are still putting the stronger pink with the paler colour for that colour pop as well.
Okay.
And some people are actually putting orange with it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that with, you know, the guy and the girl who Brendan Courtney and,
yes.
What's her name? Lennon?
Lennon, yeah.
What's her first name? Lennon. Anyway,
Sonia
Lennon.
Yeah.
They've really married these bold colours that you like, orange and pink, that you wouldn't put together.
Yeah. And they've also done the royal blue and that green as well, which would normally not be seen except on an Irish colleen.
It's kind of, blue and green should never be seen. It's kind of an acquired taste. I think you'd either hate it or love it.
Love it, yeah. It's a colour clash, or again, it's a take on a couple of seasons ago where we were doing colour popping. Yeah. It is the exact same thing that they're doing, but it does work out lovely together.
Yeah, they have some lovely stuff, and they've brought it into accessories for the house, cushions and that. Yeah. We don't have a lot of time left, Danny, but have you anything else you'd like to squeeze in before we let you go that's ideal for the spring?
I suppose the other thing that's coming through, and again, these were colours that wouldn't have been seen before, your navy and oranges with the cream. You can go with your navy with that, or again, you can go with your sand colours. Depending, not everyone likes the bright colours, but again, this is another take on it there with your sand. There is a bit of sand going through the top, but it is almost the corally oranges, but you also have the burnt oranges going through this. That makes it unusual. And the other thing is the arms in this are a bit more floaty. There is no lining on them. The lining is on the bottom, but what's lovely here is when you walk, you get the floatiness without the bulkiness.
So it looks like you've got plenty of stuff in your own store in Anbury's for communions, weddings, that kind of thing.
Everything from casual to dare I say, Mother the Bride. And again, with all the shops at the moment, here in town and all over the country, they're bursting with colour and different. The other thing that I meant to hit on again is textures, and particularly with the loose knit.
What is that?
It's a cardigan. It's an edge-to-edge cardigan. But again, it is the wider stitch, but it has the drop-down sleeves to it as well, which are ideal for someone that may have a big bust, or again, you know, when people have the big shoulders and backs as well, are ideal for it. And again, this is such a neutral colour, it will go with loads of stuff as well.
Brilliant.
You know?
And of course there will be stuff still coming in over the next few weeks, Danny.
There will be. Now, the lot of shops have had their bulk of their stuff in already. We're moving on now to what they call high summer. But again, a lot of the high summer came in a bit earlier than what it normally would. And I give it another couple of weeks and there'll be a few autumn stuff in. Last year I got my winter coats in June, believe it or not, the end of May, June. But again, God only knows, I was so glad at them when the summer was so miserable.
We have to have a heat wave this year.
We will.
We're going to think positive.
And if we don't, we'll go for a way foreign for it.
We'll have to. Danny, I hope that the weather is as good as it's supposed to be this weekend, because I know that from talking to yourself and other retailers that people tend to go out and buy nice summery clothes
they
when the weather is good. So hopefully the weather forecast will be spot on. Danny, great to see you. Great to see all those lovely colours. And I'm looking forward to the video myself. And we will, as I said, we will have it up on Facebook as soon as we can, and also on YouTube. Danny, until next month, thank you so much.
Thank you
and
too.
I hope the tills are ringing this weekend.
And the sun is shining, more importantly. Yes.
Very good. We'll take a break, folks.